Good morning, students. So today I will start lesson 2, that is polynomials. Lesson 2, polynomials. And polynomials, I think that from class 7th, 8th you are studying. Okay. In class 9th also studied, class 7th, 8th also. Okay. So one time again you listen carefully. What is polynomial? So poly means many and nomial means terms. Means an algebraic equation and algebraic expressions having more terms, okay, called polynomials with some conditions. Means powers are variable, should be whole number, okay, should not be negative or fraction, should be whole number. And polynomials generally will be presented by px, okay, and their general form. So a0 plus a1x plus a2x square plus a3x cube plus dot dot a n x power n, where n is non-negative number. Non-negative number means whole number, means whole number, okay. So this is polynomial. So polynomials are divided on the basis of terms and first one, and on the basis of degree, the basis of degrees, okay. So on the basis of terms, three types: monomial, binomial, trinomial. Means all are polynomials, but these three are special, okay. Means monomial means when only one term. Mono means one, nomial means term one term. Bi means two. So one term having monomial, two terms having binomial, three terms having trinomial. So example of monomial: 2x, 3x power 10, okay. 4. These are the examples of monomial. Binomial: 2 plus x, x square plus 1. Trinomial: x plus x square plus 2, okay. 1 plus x square, like that, or 1 plus x cube plus x power 4. Only on the basis of terms we see only number of terms, okay. What are their degrees, that is not matter, we count their number of terms only, okay. And second one, on the basis of degree. So on the basis of degree also four types, okay. First, linear, okay. Second, quadratic, okay, quadratic. And third one, linear, quadratic, cubic. And last one, biquadratic, okay. So linear means degree 1, quadratic means degree 2. Here we will not count number of terms, we will see highest degree of the variable, okay. Cubic, in that degree 3, and bi means 2 and quadratic also 2, so degree 4. Clear? 1 2 3 4. So now we can start exercise. Okay, so in that first concept is here zeros are roots, okay, are solution. All are same, their meaning same. Means if any quadratic polynomial is given, then how to find their zeros, roots or solutions. Okay, or if their zeros or roots or solutions are given, then how to find that polynomial. Okay, so first, if their roots are given, all same zeros, roots are solution. So quadratic polynomial, so how many zeros will be? 2 zeros will be. Okay, so let alpha and beta be the zeros of a quadratic polynomial. Okay, so therefore, so if alpha and beta be the zeros of quadratic polynomial, okay, so what will be quadratic polynomial? So x minus first 0 into x minus second. So x minus alpha into x minus beta of a quadratic polynomial, you write ax square plus bx plus c. Clear? So find it. So x square minus alpha plus beta, okay, into x square minus x beta minus alpha x plus alpha beta. So here minus take common, minus x you take common. Okay. So compare this polynomial alpha beta, the zeros are this quadratic polynomial, and by that equation is coming this, and here coefficient of x square is a, and here coefficient of x square is 1. So when in both polynomial coefficient of x square will be same, then we can compare. Okay, so in this quadratic polynomial, okay, divide by a, okay, or a you can take common. So what will be x square plus b by a into x plus c upon a. Okay, and here x square minus alpha plus beta plus alpha into beta. Okay, so that is ax square plus 3x plus c, and this is polynomial. So here you multiply, not take common a there, because this is polynomial. So here you multiply by a. Okay, because alpha beta may be 2 by 3, 3 by 4, like that also can be. So when we take LCM also, something will be out from the bracket. So that we will suppose k. Okay, so let alpha and beta be the zeros of a quadratic polynomial. This therefore quadratic polynomial by alpha and beta will be k x minus, so here write k. Here also write k. Okay, then you compare both and multiply by k. So k x square minus k alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. So right here we compare this polynomial by ax square plus bx plus c, and we get, so a equal to here x square k and here x square coefficient a. So a is equal to k. Okay. Then b is equal to minus k alpha plus beta and c is equal to alpha beta. Clear? So you have to remove k. So divide, okay, b upon a means this upon that. So b their value minus k alpha plus beta upon a their value k. So k cancel. Okay. So this minus transfer this side. So alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a. This is formula. And alpha plus beta, this is also called sum of the zeros. And then divide this upon c upon, and sorry for this, here also k alpha beta, k multiply in all. Okay, so here also k. Then find c upon a. So c means k alpha beta upon a means k cancel. So c upon a is equal to, okay, alpha beta. Clear? So means this is the relationship between their zeros and coefficients of x square, x and constant. So alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon, and this alpha plus beta is called sum of zeros, is equal to minus b upon a. And alpha beta c upon a, and alpha beta is called product of its zeros, is equal to c upon a. Okay, so sum of its zeros. Clear? So if anywhere quadratic polynomial is given, okay, so you can find sum of its zeros and product of its zeros. Okay, or if anywhere a b c constant terms are, sorry, coefficients of x square, x and constant terms are given, so you can compare that given equation by ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, so this was when if quadratic polynomial is given, so we can find sum of its zeros and product of its zeros. Okay, and converse of this means if that quadratic polynomial, okay, is given, then how to find their zeros? If zeros are given, okay, then we can find quadratic polynomial, and if quadratic polynomial is given, then how to find their zeros? So that we can find by so many methods, depends upon quadratic polynomial, by factorization method, okay, or by some formulas, okay, like a square minus b square, okay, by that also we can find, depends upon question, okay, what is given, okay. Okay, so now we can start. Okay, so this is the relationship between their zeros and coefficients. Okay, this is also called relationship between zeros and coefficients. Sometimes asking for verification, means verify the relationship between zeros and coefficients. So in that condition we find separately alpha and beta and then a b c also, and then putting in these formulas and verify it. Okay, both sides coming equal. Okay, so second concept, geometrical meaning of the zeros of a polynomial. geometrical meaning of the zeros of a polynomial. Geometrical meaning of the zeros of a polynomial is if their graph is given, their curve is given. Okay, then how to find their number of zeros? Okay, so suppose that any graph is given like this. So in this we will see, okay, this x dash y dash. So we will see that graph is intersecting x axis at how many points? So here 1 2 3, okay, that intersecting 3 points. Okay, so geometrical meaning of the zeros of polynomial. Here polynomial, not think about only quadratic. In quadratic polynomial maximum 2 zeros will be. Okay, so in other polynomials also like cubic, biquadratic. So here I am telling you that what is geometrical meaning of the zeros of polynomial. So here graph is intersecting x axis at 3 points. So here number of zeros will be 3. Suppose one more graph in that like this. So here this curve is not intersecting x axis at any point. So here number of zeros 0. Okay, like this. So here this curve touching x axis at 1 point. So number of zeros 1. Okay, so this is the geometrical meaning of, okay, zeros of a polynomial. So first exercise and one example based upon this. Okay, so example 1. Okay, example 1 on page number that 27. Okay, you read this. And question 1 from page number 28, exercise 2.1. Both questions same is their concept, that is same. Okay, so in example you see, in first part curve is intersecting x axis at 1 point. So number of zeros 1. In second intersecting at 2 points. So number of zeros will be 2. In third intersecting 3 points. So number of zeros 3. In fourth one intersecting at 1 point. So number of zeros 1. In fifth one touching, okay, touching x axis at 1 point. So number of zeros 1. And in last one 1 2 3 4 intersecting at 4 points. So number of zeros 4. So like this, that question 1 page number 28 exercise 2.1 also you can do from yourself. Okay, thank you.